Most of you should have heard about this by now. Two French doctors during a TV debate were discussing testing coronavirus vaccines on people in Africa. One of the doctors, Jean-Paul Mira, said they should do the study in Africa since there are no masks, no treatments, no resuscitation, just like as it is done elsewhere for some studies on AIDS. With over 1.2 million confirmed cases worldwide at the time of this recording, the African continent currently has the least cases of coronavirus in the world, 8,701, with the majority of the cases being in South Africa. So it seems asinine to recommend testing a vaccine in Africa when the majority of the cases are in Europe, Asia, and North America. It would make more sense to leave Africa alone. Test the vaccine on healthy people in their country. If they believe in their vaccine so much, why don't the doctors test it out on themselves since they're going to be face to face with infected people on a daily basis, instead of using African people as their guinea pigs? Some of you by now know my views on vaccinations. I personally am not for them. A couple of days ago, these same two doctors apologized after there was backlash from social media, including African celebrities. But with that being said, on Friday, the head of the country's task force against the pandemic, Jean-Jacques Muyembe of the Democratic Republic of Congo, said they are prepared to take part in testing of any future vaccine against the coronavirus. He said, "We've been chosen to conduct these tests. The vaccine will be produced in the United States or in China. We're candidates for doing the testing here." It's so sad when us as people globally can't learn from history, even when the information is clearly out there. Here's the clip of the two French doctors talking.
Faire cette étude en Afrique où il n'y a pas de masque, pas de traitement, pas de réanimation, un peu comme c'est fait d'ailleurs pour certaines études dans le sida, où chez les prostituées on essaye des choses parce qu'on sait elles sont hautement exposées et elles se protègent pas. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez?
Alors vous avez raison, et d'ailleurs on est en train de réfléchir en parallèle à une étude en Afrique justement pour faire ce même type d'approche avec le BCG, un placebo. Je pense qu'il y a un appel d'offres qui est sorti, il va sortir, et je pense qu'on va en effet sérieusement réfléchir.
You'll notice they mentioned AIDS. In a shocking confession, a former member of South Africa's apartheid-era intelligence service says that the AIDS virus and other diseases were deliberately spread in an effort to kill off as many black people as possible. The former operative admitted on camera that he and his colleagues at the South African Institute of Maritime Research, SIMR, which masterminded coups and other forms of violence across Africa in the 70s and 80s, deliberately spread the HIV virus in the Southern African region to wipe out black people. Sources in South Africa say SIMR was linked to the country's notorious chemical and biological warfare program headed by Dr. Wouter Basson, a program which Europeans used as a cover to kill black people in South Africa and beyond. Their operational area was what used to be called the Frontline States, now known simply as the SADC region. South Africa's chemical biological warfare program had links with Rhodesia and did a lot of harm to African people, including spreading cholera and other dangerous diseases in the region and topping it up with the HIV experimentation. Worse still, when independence was approaching in Zimbabwe, there were suggestions that Ian Smith's Rhodesian government, with tacit support from South Africa, rushed to remove the evidence by killing black people who were subjects of the CBW experiments. During the hearings of South Africa's Truth and Reconciliation Commission in 1998, letters with SIMR's official letterhead were found suggesting that the CIA and British intelligence had involvement in the mass genocide. Alexander Jones confirmed on camera that SIMR had operated with the support of the CIA and British intelligence, used bogus vaccinations to spread HIV virus in the SADC region. He says, "We were at war. Black people in South Africa were the enemy." He confessed that he and his SIMR colleagues spread the virus in the 80s and 90s under the command of their leader, Keith Maxwell. I'm going to play a few clips of this interview so you can see how important it is that we don't fall for these tactics again.
And he was experimenting on black people.
He was running a number of clinics in the black townships.
Yes.
Pretending to be a medical doctor, offering medical assistance to black people at a very low cost. And people we talked to tells us about how he was experimenting on black people.
In the Congo, Maxwell ends up at a secret jungle laboratory funded and operated by the US Army. Here, research is being done into biological warfare and how to weaponize viruses.
So, simply put, what is CIMAR?
CIMAR was a clandestine mercenary organization for hire,
Financed by whom?
financed by foreign governments. Well, it was clandestine operations. We were involved in coups, taking over countries for other leaders. We were involved in Mozambique, spreading the AIDS virus through medical conditions. One of the things was that we went into African countries.
And how was that done exactly?
Through inoculation.
Through vaccines?
Yeah, through vaccines. Pretending to inoculate people and that type of thing.
The idea being to kill black people?
Yeah, to eradicate black people. You must understand the concept was that AIDS was a killer. It was incurable at that point in time. So it was led to believe that if you infected people, it was the quick, non-militaristic approach to eliminate black people.
And that is something you know for a fact, that AIDS was actively being
Yes.
spread to
Yes.
other countries?
Yes, to African countries. We were at war. Black people in South Africa were the enemy.
But so it was about white supremacy?
Definitely. Definitely trying to retain the white supremacy on the African continent.
And furthermore, he tells us that the purpose of Maxwell's clinics in and around Johannesburg was to infect black people with HIV.
These were research facilities for them to inject people with a solution to see that they prevented AIDS in it. In the meantime, they were injecting people with AIDS.
And he was only working on black people in these clinics?
Yes, yeah.
For almost nothing?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So you know what I mean? What easier way to get a big guinea pig? That you live in the apartheid system. Black people have got no rights. They need medical treatment. There's a white philanthropist coming in and say, you know what? I'll open up these clinics and I will treat you. I will do this. And meantime, you actually the wolf in sheep's clothing.
That's gruesome.
I can't play the full uncensored video on YouTube for multiple reasons. We tried to discuss this during a live stream last night and it was taken down by YouTube. But I've put the entire uncensored version of this video up on my website, including the full documentary on my website where it can't be taken down. I've also given you some further information on my website in the video that you really need to listen to. Please use the link provided in the description as well as the comment section. Peace, love, and coconut oil. Hey man, that's racist. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_IKYG. If you like the video, make sure to share and definitely don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell so that you always get notifications whenever I post a video and you never miss an update. Also, check out my website, www.ikyg.com. Check out any projects that I might have going on, coaching sessions, Angel's thoughts, Angel's videos, any events that might be happening. Make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And as always, all the links will be in the description. Peace, love, and coconut oil.